Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks. Today I have with me my second female guest of the series, well, of my channel. Yeah. This is Heather Barron, and she's a friend of mine, and she is interested in whiskey and learning new things about whiskey and trying new whiskeys and whatnot, and I invited her on today. So, today we're going to be drinking Eagle Rare Single Barrel 10-year-old. Have you ever had this before?
No.
Yeah?
No.
No?
No.
Oh. New experiences. I love it. So most people don't know that Eagle Rare 10-year-old is actually a single barrel. Now it's a continually, like they'll take one barrel, they'll dump it into these bottles, and then they dump the barrel again, they'll dump the next barrel, whereas most whiskeys is a batch process, and they'll take hundreds of barrels, blend them together, and then dump them into bottles. Whereas this one is a single barrel, and they'll take these batch of barrels, they'll dump this barrel, bottle it. Bring up the next one, dump it, bottle it. Now, they don't actually give you barrel numbers on this one.
You touched it.
Why is it so wet? But I'm going to go ahead and read off the back. So, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Aww.
Sounds one. That's the American way. The cornerstones of the birth of a nation. Optimized by the American bald eagle, that nation has come to represent the freedom, spirit, and independence of the individual, giving the world products and innovations that are uniquely its own. One such innovation was Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Early Kentucky settlers created bourbon, the true American spirit. In the late 1700s, by practice and protected by law.
Struggling.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Reading, it's hard.
Don't quit school.
Yeah. Stay in school, kids. You shouldn't be watching this if you're under 21 anyway, so I don't know why I'm saying kids. We're fucking... You made me cuss. And few other whiskeys can offer even a glimpse of the great whiskey making found in Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare 10-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey has a sweet, oaky nose and full, complex body. Just like me.
A sweet what?
Sweet, oaky nose.
Oh, okay.
It's going to smell very woody when you smell
I
it.
can smell it.
Yeah. Reminiscent of a fine port wine. Have you ever had port wine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This rare whiskey is best served neat or over ice, which we have today. Of course, feel free to drink it rare in such classic cocktails as the Manhattan or Whiskey Sour. Strong. Since I read off the bottle, I'm not going to read off any descriptions from the website. You can go there, buffalotracedistillery.com, and look that up yourself. So, this one actually did win 2 awards this year, and so it's got look, it says 2019. That's not even happening yet. So 2019 Best Bourbon up to 10 years. Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible. Hey, I'm going to get to meet Jim Murray next year. So Jim Murray, he has the Whiskey Bible.
Okay.
All right. He has already done all of his reviews for the Whiskey Bible to be released next year.
2019.
For 2019. So, apparently, Eagle Rare won Best Bourbon up to 10 years for Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible, which he is like the foremost professional when it comes to whiskey tasting. Yes. It also won the 2018 silver medal, New York International Spirits Competition. So I like to nose it first.
It
so
smells like wood.
Smells like wood.
It smells like wood.
So it has the oaky nose, like it promised. And then from here, what I like to do, since you're a semi-beginner when it comes to tasting,
Okay.
I'll take a... Do you drink coffee?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay. So that first sip of coffee, as soon as you pour it, it's scalding ass hot, right?
Sure.
So this first sip, I want you to take just like the first sip of coffee you take. You got somewhere to be?
No. It's just...
You got pills to take?
Yeah, something like that.
You got medicine? So take a small sip, let it coat the tongue, and then swallow it. What? What's so funny?
I don't know. Nothing.
Pervert.
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Okay.
First thought?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. And yeah, that is a correct statement. Alright, so the next one, what I'd like for you to do, smell it again. You get anything different?
More wood?
More wood.
It's woodier.
More wood for the lady.
Yes.
Alright. So on this next one, what I'd like for you to do, take a bigger sip. A little bit, just a little bit bigger sip.
Oh, I don't have much left.
I know, how big was that first sip?
I didn't take a big one.
I must not have poured you enough. So drink about a quarter of that.
Okay, I'll
Alright.
try.
Hold it on the palate, and then move it from side to side and around the tongue, and kind of chew on it.
So we're
a little
mouth
bit.
washing.
No, not. You're not. I don't want you to. You don't mouth wash it.
That's
So here, I'm gonna give you an example. Watch.
Can't wait for you to spit it out.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then swallow.
Okay.
Try it.
No, a quarter.
Just take a sip and then just move it around over your inside your mouth. Move it around in your mouth a little bit. I'm not gonna touch that one. Don't spit it out.
We're good.
Bonnie's a recovering alcoholic. She can't have any alcohol on the floor.
Recovering.
Yeah.
She quit.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad day.
So what'd you think about that one?
It was a lot more intense than the first one.
It is. It's definitely. So do you get any flavors? Are you picking up other than the wood? Other than the oak?
So much wood.
So much wood. That's literally what she said. Okay, so let's try, since you're getting so much wood on that one. All right, down there.
I got a bug bite.
Oh, so since you've got so much wood on the neat, let's try it with the water. Let's see if the water opened up anything. Go ahead and take a whiff of that one. Anything different? Not much.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what.
You don't know what?
I
See,
don't know.
what about here? I'm gonna go ahead and read off what the tasting notes say from the website. I don't like to read off the tasting notes anymore.
My bad.
But no, it's perfectly fine. So the nose is complex with the aromas of toffee, hints of orange peel, herbs, honey, leather, and oak. So that's
I got
on the
the
nose.
leather.
Okay, so leather and oak. The taste is bold, dry, and delicate with notes of candied almonds and very rich cocoa. The finish is dry and lingering.
Yes.
Just like me and my sense of humor. So,
I'll just drink it like a normal person now.
Judgy McJudgerson over here, judging my tasting methods. You get anything different on that? Anything from the notes that you pick up?
At first I thought it was like apple, and that's not anywhere near there, so.
But that's fine. And just because it's not on there doesn't mean that you don't taste apple. It could
That's
be
what I
like
get.
an apple cinnamon, maybe. Because these are professionals that do the tasting notes on these. What they get is going to be completely different than what you get because you might have had something to eat earlier that would change the flavors. You could have smoked a cigarette on the way. I'm just saying, like, that's small little things like that. You could have drank a soda before you got over here.
I'd had Halls. I've had Halls today.
That could change it. So little things like that can change a lot of the taste that you get. So when you do these types of experiments, you want to try to have as neutral of a palate as possible, which is cool. You live and you learn.
I didn't really eat today. I'm just kidding.
She's starving herself, folks. Hey, speaking of
Starving?
speaking of starving, speaking of starving yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, what you got a something that you're trying to earn money for, right?
Yes. Okay. So, where to begin? So, I drive race cars. I guess that's where you begin. I don't
See
know.
the race car
I'm a
driver.
race car driver. Shut up.
It's pretty awesome.
And I race with an organization known as CVAR, is Corinthian Vintage Auto Racing Club, or cvarracing.com. And
Old school bullet nose race cars.
It is. So I drive a 1972 Caldwell D13. It's a Formula V. It's a vintage open wheel car, is what it is. So if you think of Formula One, you're nowhere near close. But
it's like original old school Formula One, is what it is.
Basically. In December, we're partnering with Morgan Adams Foundation, who runs Race Against Kids Cancer, and all the proceeds go to, funding any childhood cancer. That, it's just everything that we're doing, all of our race entry fees, everything that I'm raising money for, everything that's being donated is all going towards this organization. And it disperses to different foundations, whether hospitals need new machines, doctors are trying to go and fund new research, and they've raised so much money, it's not even funny, so much money. And there's so many hospitals that have gotten stuff from this organization specifically. They had a daughter that had, I think, a glioblastoma. Anyway.
Was that English?
Glioblastoma? Yeah.
You need to quit cussing. Then we're on YouTube.
What cuss word starts with G?
God damn it.
Yeah. I didn't say it though. But yeah.
So all of what she just talked about, I'm going to post links in the description once I post this video. So if you feel compelled to donate money to her cause, please do so. Help her out. It goes to a good cause. So.
Speaking of starving.
Yeah. Speaking of starving, let's starve that cancer. Donate some money.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and finish up this whiskey review. Let's try it. Let's try the last one. It's been chilled. It's been on ice. It's watered down heavily now. You don't have to nose it. You're not going to get a lot of it. What?
It's like the ice is making. It looks like.
It's cloudy.
Looks like sperm.
It's cloudy.
Yeah.
It's because it's the oils in the whiskey.
Okay.
I just washed that glass.
All right.
You want me to trade glasses?
No, I mean, it's going to kill it anyway, right?
You can't get pregnant that way anyway. I don't know who you've been talking to.
Nobody. I have no life.
What do you think about on ice? Chilled. Thoroughly.
It kind of burned.
Kind of burned? So it made it more spicy.
Yeah, that one. Not burn like the liquor burn. Burn like, I don't do hot stuff well. Yeah.
So that is a weird thing, because in a previous video, I don't remember which one I recorded, it actually, I think it's the next video. It's in a future video. In one of these videos that I've recorded, whenever I added ice to it, it actually made it spicier when you drank it. So there was a chemical reaction with the ice and the water. Probably the cooling effect from the ice made it spicy. It's an icy, spicy drink.
Icebreakers?
Icebreakers. So, if you had to pick, well, you do have to pick. I'm not. It's no ifs, ands, or but. Would you rather drink this one neat with a little bit of water or not ice?
A little bit of water.
A little bit of water. And you know what? I think I actually agree with that statement. I think the water brings out some more characteristics. It's not so wood heavy.
It's a lot of wood.
It's a whole lot of wood. That's what she said again. So, if you had to give it a 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, where would you place this one at on your grand scheme of scales?
On my knowledgeable scheme of scales.
Your worldly knowledgeable scale of whiskey.
I'd go somewhere between a 6 and 7.
It's not a bad score.
Bonnie does not agree, I guess.
Bonnie does not agree with that.
I'm sorry.
So I think for availability purposes and taste and general joy of drinking, I'm going to give it like a 7.5. So it's not too far off where I'd give. I've been writing all these down. I'm going to make a list. I'm going to make a spreadsheet later.
Do you know how to use Excel?
Yes. Yes, I do. I used to be a supervisor of men and women.
Oh my god.
Like 70 odd people.
I don't know how that worked.
I managed men and women in a multi-million-dollar company. And I did it well. I got tired of the stress. I said, heck with it. I'm going to drink whiskey. So, I think that's all we got for today, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Great.
So she gave it a 7. I gave it a 7.5. Overall, it's an enjoyable whiskey to drink. If you're a beginner, I would recommend it because it's not that harsh on the palate. I mean, Heather drank it for Pete's sake. So
Pete, that's what it tastes like.
Pete,
Pete.
like the vegetation.
Like the coal, the black peat. Never mind.
I didn't know peat was a coal. I know there's peat moss.
Yeah, that one. You burn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got smoky scotches. That's
Smokey and the Bandit.
yeah.
Okay.
Eastbound and down. All right, I think we've lingered on enough here tonight. Heather's got to go home and feed her dogs. Like again, I'm gonna post all the links to Heather's page and help her out as much as I can. And hopefully you folks out there will help her out as well because I'm poor and I need your help as well. So that's all I got. You got anything else?
No.
All right. Thanks for watching, folks. Like always, drink some whiskey, share it with your friends and family, and have a good night. Good night.
I'm going to have this now, right?
Yeah, go ahead and drink it. Drink it.